Okay, we're live. Hi, I'm Stefana. Welcome back to another Monday morning mentoring. Little morning fall weather, snuggly weather, and all of the change in the season is happening here. So happy Monday morning. This is about routine that I'm talking about. And I've been talking about routine and rhythms and having rituals, like morning routines, evening routines. I've been talking about that all month long. I want to talk about something specific and share with you my personal morning routine to give you an idea of maybe it will inspire you to have something specific or to create your own routine. And that's ultimately what I want you to do rather than copy exactly what I do, because everybody's unique. Everybody's going to have their own nuances. Maybe you have younger children, maybe you have children that are older, depends, what's happening in your lifestyle, what your routine's going to look like. But I will tell you, having a routine, and I am an advocate of having a morning routine and an evening routine. I actually have a mid-morning routine as well, because when you have a routine in place, this is far more powerful than being strong and having willpower when things come up. And they will, it's inevitable, stuff happens. A perfect example is last Monday, literally at this time. So I'd already finished my Monday clients, and then I got a phone call that was devastating, and it threw my entire week off. But I had some basic morning routines that I knew that was on autopilot that I had to do at least to get me through the day. And I'm going to share with you that in just a moment. But if this is the first time we're meeting, hi, I'm Stefana Johnson. I'm a holistic health practitioner. I practice virtually, so I have clients all over the globe. And then I also have a private studio here in East Vancouver, Camas, Washington, in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, where I take clients as well. And my focus is on, so I'm a functional practitioner. I work with the whole person. I'm working with functional nutrition, so peak performance fuel is what I call it, and kinetics, so movement, the movement of your body, not just going and getting a workout, but optimal movement that helps you function better, feel better, be energized, and keep you healthy for a lifetime. But more importantly, right, so that you can get through the day and have plenty of energy left over to be with your loved ones and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I work with busy professionals, lots of executives who have intense jobs, and I understand what goes into that. And when you need elite performance, you want elite performance fuel. So we work on all those aspects of it. And I would love to support you if you need that. In the meantime, back to our Monday morning mentoring, where I'm sharing my personal routine. So one of the things that has always been at the forefront of what I teach, and that is the micro actions. James Clear wrote an excellent book, I think it's a couple of years now. It's called Atomic Habits. And so it's those little micro habits. And I love it. He's got some great nuggets in there, really good takeaways. And it's a great resource if you haven't jumped on board the tiny habits and getting in place what those small actions do, compounding interest. We know that one small positive action done repeatedly has a far more compounding effect long-term exponentially than one big hairy action that you do once in a while, right? So for example, you missed your water for the last 5 hours. You go and guzzle half a bottle of water and you're bloated, right? Or half a jug of water. What I'm thinking is like 12 ounces. You're just so thirsty because you're dehydrated, but your body can't utilize that. So you can't make up for not having these basic things in place. And that's why when you do the small pieces, the small little actions, and you build those into habits, they can make such a huge difference And I'm all about that. Okay. So these little things that I'm talking about, they definitely help you achieve your goals. They help you stay energized. They help you with your wellness. They help you with your bottom line, with your results. And when you start seeing that happen, it's much easier then also to keep that going. So I know when you're starting a new habit or you're starting a new routine, sometimes that can be a little uncomfortable or frustrating because you're going to be hitting up against those old patterns. And I got to tell you, what if you go and let's say you drive through a coffee to get your coffee every day at a certain time, that has already become a habit, right? Even if you've only done it one time, because it only takes one time to create a bad habit, sadly to say. And so it takes time to override those bad habits that have been created, even if they've been created by default. So having this intention that you want to have a clear morning routine and a clear evening routine, and know that it's going to be a day-by-day process is going to help you so much. So I'm sharing my routine not because it's perfect, one size fits all. It's definitely not. Okay. Sometimes I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning, and that's not what people need to be doing, especially when the seasons change. Here in the Pacific Northwest, sunrise was for the summer around 4 a.m. So it was really easy for me to get up. I heard the birds chirping. 3:30 was easy. I'm popping out of bed. So now as the sun is rising closer to 6, it's a lot different. And I prefer body clockwise to follow sunset, sunrise. It's just, to settle in when the sun is going down and to start to rise your body with your energy as opposed to pounding it hard at 4 a.m. I have a different lifestyle because of clients all over the world. So I do still wake up very early, and I just have to shift my body clock. But what I do now is that the moment, and I've been doing this, I want to say almost now over a decade, the moment I am aware of being awake, my mind already is programmed to do something that I call a love fest. I write about it in my program called Yoga Lachi. I teach it to all my clients. Essentially, it is a set point for your brain. So in that moment, even if I'm woken up in the middle of the night, instantly my brain goes to knowing that I'm alive and a gratitude of that, and then a connection with my body. So I will do a love fest to my body, loving on my body from an intention from my mind, and syncing them back up, syncing the mind and the body up with that energy or that frequency. Now, if this is already overwhelming, you're like, what? She's so woo-woo. It's really important to understand this, especially now when we are bombarded with so much on the digital device that, anyone else's intention, anyone else's frequency, let's just call it frequency, because if you're tuned in to a frequency, let's say Facebook frequency or there's no filter there. And you can't predict what's going to come in. But if you have certain values that you hold, you're not going to you're going to have a filter. There's going to be a filter through your values, and things that don't align with your values should not go past that filter, right? Should not pass that barrier. That's another piece. That's some life coaching that I do, but this is fundamental. So right off, you have to set your mindset with this frequency, this vibration of what I like to call love frequency, or anything above that, right? So joy, gratitude, okay? And that is a simple practice. That takes me maybe 30 to 45 seconds. I've never really fully timed it, but my intention in the beginning of doing it was to remove that, oh, another day, oh, I'm waking up, or, oh, I have to get this done, and move it into, wow, this is another day to be alive. That is the most amazing and precious gift. So the next thing that I do, of course, is movement with the body. And I do a Qigong practice of tapping Qi massage. So I'll immediately go right to it, and I'll start tapping across certain points of my body. in a Qigong practice. Okay, so Qi massage, I'm doing vermicelli, I do certain points of the body. And this is, again, something that I teach my clients. And I do set points for the body. Okay, so I'll go through and do that routine. And that, again, is resetting my center. And then I go and do bigger movements. And I do my 6 Yogalati rights. It's something that I've put together in a book, so you're welcome to grab that. You can reach out to me and I will send you a copy of that if you would like. And that's my morning routine. I haven't done anything else. I know a lot of, I think how Al Rad's Miracle Morning is lovely. It's you know, he does journaling and scribing and other things, and that's great. But if I start with those 3 pieces, my day is just fantastic. And then there's a few other things I definitely do. I'm drinking water. When I do my full routine, I'm doing a dry brush and I'm doing a sauna and I'm doing a hot and cold shower and I'm doing an oil massage and I'm oil pulling and I'm doing some other things. And that's a full hour routine when I have plenty of time and just can really do that. But my first 10 minutes of the morning is that deep work of reconnecting my energy, resetting my energy to be focused on who and how I want to show up in my energy, so that I'm showing up from that place energetically so that I can show up to my work, so that I can show up to my love and my relationships in that place. And that's what I recommend for all of my clients, having that baseline so that you're connected through your attitude, through, you know, your virtue, your character of who you're showing up as, and then through how you're showing up with your behavior. And setting that up is profound. It makes all the difference in the world. And if it goes out the window, you know, what I like to say is if you miss one day, okay, but never miss 2. And you'll know if you've missed 2 or 3, your body starts feeling differently. It starts, you know, because bodies really need to move. If you don't have some kind of movement routine that reintegrates the body, it's real easy to get back into and shutting all that down. But we don't want that. I know you don't want that either. I know you are here and you maybe are a follower because you want optimal health and optimal energy. And if you want help specifically with your routine, getting maybe that morning routine, maybe getting a bookend of morning and evening routines, please jump on my calendar, stefana.net. I'm opening up some spots on my calendar. It's a 30-minute session. You can jump on that for a jumpstart session with me. They are valued at $250. So if you're listening to this, please put replay, or if you're watching the replay, or put live if you're watching me live here right now. I would love to know that you've been here and give you a shout out. So otherwise, if you're here now and you want to grab a spot on my calendar, do that right now, stefana.net. And I will see you next time. Have an amazing week. Do work on your creating a morning routine. They're very powerful, far more powerful than willing your way through when life happens. Until next time, have a fabulous day.